There are 15 chocolate brands on British shelves right now that are barely chocolate at all. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which ones to put down, which 5 actually deserve your money, and the one ingredient list trick that takes 10 seconds and tells you everything. If you want more of these breakdowns before you shop, hit subscribe now. It takes 2 seconds, and it means you never fall for clever packaging again. Number 1. Montezuma's Absolute Black. Let's start with the brand that looks the healthiest on paper. Montezuma's Absolute Black goes up to 100% cacao, and some reports have raised concerns that ultra-dark bars concentrate more of whatever the cacao plant pulled from the soil. Darker doesn't automatically mean safer, and health halo thinking can make people eat more, not less. If the darkest bar isn't the safest bet, you'd think luxury brands would at least be upfront about it. Number 2. Hotel Chocolat. Premium packaging, premium price. But UK rules don't actually require chocolate makers to publish contamination testing, so most simply don't. Silence isn't the same as safety. Even brands built on radical honesty have a blind spot. Number 3. Tony's Chocolonely, 70%. Tony's built its whole reputation on transparency. Farmer pay, supply chain maps, child labor monitoring. But that transparency stops at contaminant testing, since that's determined by soil, not sourcing policy. And if transparency has limits, certification has even bigger ones. Number 4. Green and Black's organic certification controls pesticides and GMOs. It does not control naturally occurring elements in the soil. That's not a loophole G&B invented, but they've built a premium price around the word organic without clarifying what it doesn't cover. Swiss engineering won't save you either. Number 5. Lindt Excellence 85%/70%. Lindt's ultra-dark range sits in the same soil chemistry conversation as Montezuma's. And even the moderate 70% bar isn't automatically in the clear. Some reports have suggested certain high-percentage bars edge closer to conservative daily exposure guidelines than people assume, especially with nightly habits. But Britain's own supermarket shelves have a different problem entirely. Number 6. Little Fin Carré/Tesco own brand. Check the ingredient list on a lot of budget bars and sugar comes before cocoa. Sometimes before cocoa appears at all in any meaningful quantity. That's not chocolate with sugar added, it's sugar wearing chocolate's name. And it's not just the cheap stuff. Number 7. Maltesers/Kit Kat, Twix, Snickers, Mars. Maltesers use air to make you feel like you're eating less, when you're really just eating more before you feel full. Kit Kat is wafer first, chocolate second. Twix and Mars both build the bar around biscuit, caramel, and nougat, with a thin chocolate shell that's closer to a wrapper than an ingredient. Snickers leans on peanuts and caramel bulk. In every one of these, check the ingredient list. Chocolate should be in the first 2 or 3 ingredients, not buried after 4 kinds of sugar. And the most surprising fall from grace is the one everyone grew up with. Number 8. Galaxy. Galaxy sells smoothness, which comes from milk powder and sugar, not cocoa. Sugar's first on the list, milk powder's second. But nothing compares to what happened to Britain's most trusted bar. Number 9. Cadbury Dairy Milk. After Kraft's 2010 takeover, Cadbury's recipe shifted, cocoa content down, and in some recipes, palm oil replacing cocoa butter. Sugar now sits before cocoa on the ingredient list. Same purple wrapper, different chocolate. Quick question while we're halfway through. What's the bar you grew up loving that you had no idea had changed? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. Good brands. Number 1. Ella. 4 ingredients. Cacao beans, coconut sugar, cashews, cocoa butter, no palm oil, no refined sugar. Proof vegan chocolate doesn't mean compromise. Number 2. Willie's Cacao. Founder-owned farm background, full bean-to-bar traceability, published sourcing down to the specific farm and harvest. This is about as transparent as chocolate sourcing gets. Number 3. Waitrose Premium Line, short, honest ingredient list. Cacao mass, sugar, cocoa butter, lecithin, with named single-origin sourcing from Ecuador or Madagascar. Proof a supermarket can do this properly when it wants to. Number 4. Montezuma's, 54%. Same company we flagged earlier, different bar, sitting in the 50 to 60% range that balances real cocoa content without pushing into ultra-dark territory. Clean, honest ingredient list too. Cocoa mass, sugar, cocoa butter, vanilla. Tony's Chocolonely, 32% milk, and the top spot goes to the same brand we questioned earlier, but a completely different product. At 32%, this has meaningfully more actual cocoa than most mainstream milk chocolate, paired with published annual sourcing reports and above fair trade payment commitments. Same company, held to a higher bar on this product. End quote. How to check it yourself. You don't need a lab to spot most of this. Flip the bar over and look at the first three ingredients. If sugar or milk powder comes before cocoa mass or cocoa butter, that's your answer. It's not really a chocolate bar, it's a sugar bar wearing one. Second, look for a percentage number. Anything with no cacao percentage listed at all is usually hiding something. Third, search the brand name plus sourcing report. The honest ones publish it, the evasive ones don't have one defined. The purple wrapper, the gold foil, the Swiss heritage, none of it tells you what's actually inside. The ingredient list does. Subscribe, like this video, and share it with the person in your life who still thinks darker automatically means healthier.